It's time for another Kong Skull Island tour review, and we're going to be looking at the Storm Strike Monarch Expedition Team boat and Monarch Soldier. Let's check it out. This is the Kong Skull Island Storm Strike Monarch Expedition Team boat with Ice version 2. Let's check out the Storm Strike boat first. The boat looks really neat. I like the paint scrapes. This boat rolls and the wheel is off center, so when it moves, it bobs a little bit. Now, will this boat float? Ooh, it does not float. Let's look at the features on this boat, starting from the back. There's a storage hatch on the floor, and there's some sturdy antennas for communications. A 4-rocket rocket launcher that can swivel all the way around. The boat is number 56, and it has a Sky Devil's emblem next to the 56. There's an anchor with a long line. It can't be removed, but it's a very nice detail. These look like rockets or flares. The writing is so tiny, and I can't really tell what it says. There's another Sky Devil symbol painted on the side. The front has a couple of Gatling guns. The bullet belt doesn't move like in the raft, and I'm assuming that the guns are controlled from the cockpit. There's a latch on the bottom of the gun mount, and there's another small latch at the very front, and even more latches beside it. Unfortunately, the boat only has decals and details on the show side, but this is a budget line, and it's meant to be played with, so that's alright. There's more rockets. On top, there's a gun with a swivel and a seat. The top can pull up, and there's a life preserver underneath. Inside, there are 4 foot pegs, and it takes some work to get the figure in, but it's worth it. There's a communication station attached to the rocket launcher. There's also a driving console with a steering wheel that moves. There's a communicator and a first aid kit. If you have a figure sitting on the roof with the gun, that figure's legs will then go over the seat. And that seat is the same one with the steering wheel. It's kind of clumsy, but I don't care, I still love this boat. Now we're going to take a look at the Monarch Soldier, the driver of the boat. This guy is another old core character, Lucas Jorgen, aka Ice. He's just a different paint variation. This second version of Ice makes him look much younger, and this whole set reminds me of a Vietnam flashback with the core. Kind of like...
I don't get it. Why does Ice always have to be such a lone wolf?
Apparently you don't know our friend Ice. You know, he's seen a lot. He's been to Skull Island.
This version of Ice comes with a spear gun. This gun is from the core, and it's usually used with aquatic characters. We're going to call this character Ice from here on out. His head is on a ball joint. His arm can come up about this far, and all the way around. He has a bend at the elbow, and he has a swivel at the bicep. His legs can come up and bend. Let's check out Ice's features. He has a beard and mustache. There's a walkie on his shoulder, and across his chest, he has some rope and hooks. There's some pockets on his belt, and on his side, well, we can see where the paint stops again. This is just like all the other figures in this line. There's a long pocket on his back, and across his back, under the rope, it looks like he has a water bottle with a hose that goes up his shoulder, or maybe that's a battery pack for his radio. He has pockets on both of his shoulders, and he wears a watch on his right hand. He has a pocket on his right thigh and a holster on the other with a sculpted pistol. He wears some knee pads, and his left leg has a knife sculpted at the bottom. And finally, his boots are tied. Overall, this playset is great and probably my favorite in the line. It has a bunch of features, and the fact that the roof can open and reveal so many details is super cool. The book can hold all of the collection of figures in this line. There's Dozer version 2, who comes with Kong in the pilot seat. Ice is on top. On the back are Colonel Packard and Captain Conrad. And on the communication station, we have Jump. It looks incredible, even though it doesn't float. Ice was already one of my favorite core characters, and now that there's a younger version, I like him even more. I hope you enjoyed the review of the Stormstrike Monarch Expedition Team boat with Ice version 2, and stay tuned for more Kong Skull Island reviews.